Peace, peace, peace. Love, love, love. Unity, unity, unity. Community, community, community. Family, family, family. Unity, 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 unity. I'm sorry. Hmm. Community, 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 community. Family, 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 family. Today is December 31st, 2024, and it is 8 o'clock a.m. Oh wow. Peace to you. Um Today I'll be reading oh some of the best jokes are hmm, one of my friends gave this to me. Some of the jokes are oh some of the best jokes are Jewish. No author. He's funny for this. Oh, some of the best jokes are Jewish by Jerry Bloomfield with sketches by Bob Anthony. That's why. Because we read left to right and you read right to left, something like that. Wow. Contents. Oh, I ain't gonna go with that. I'm sorry. This book is interesting. Um, Random page, random chapter, right here. Oh, there you go. Page 47. A wealthy American Jew retired and decided to settle in Israel immediately. Upon his arrival in Israel, he wrote the prime minister a letter. Since he planned on living the simple life in the Holy Land, he wanted to present the government with a check for $3 million, practically his entire life savings. The prime minister was delighted and accepted the gift on behalf of his country. He said if there was anything the prime minister could do to call on him, Mr. Dave Katz, the millionaire, did just that. He told the prime minister he had his money in the wholesale meat business. And as a matter of fact, he had started out as a chicken plucker. Before he died, he would be so happy if he held some position of dignity. Could the prime minister possibly use him in the cabinet? Excuse me. The prime minister told him this was too moment momentous a decision to make on his own. He would have to consult with others in authority. As as expected, there was Bedlam, Bedlam with the cassette convened at the cabinet meeting as well. His compatriots wanted to know what sort of intellectual or educational background did this man possess to equip him for so high a position. But in Israel, there is a saying that nothing is impossible. It just takes a little longer. Mr. Katz was made Minister of Health and Welfare, and so today his official duties require that he be at the pier as ships leave Israel. Though a large megaphone, he shouts for the departing tourists. Fool, jika cha cha. Gez, Jun, G, Jun Data. Gezundtait. Yiddish for travel in the best of health. Oh, wow. Um, Hold up. I go this way. Oh, this book is so cool. So as I can see, y'all, this book is written the opposite way. So page one should be okay. Yep. Page one right here. Well, page six. Okay. Blood is thicker than prune juice. That's funny. Since it said that, that's why I'm drinking today too. That's funny. Make sure y'all go drink your teas, your waters, your juices. Um, Helps your body out. Go ahead and like this video, heart this video. You can share this video as well. Make sure you share this video. This video will go from 1 share to 10 shares, 10 shares to 100 shares, 100 shares to 1,000 shares, 1,000 shares to 10,000 shares, 10,000 shares to 100,000 shares. Y'all know the rest. 100,000 shares to 1,000,000 shares, and it all starts with you. Go to my wife page as well. Her channel, rather, her channel on YouTube is Dion's Life. She's crushing it, y'all. She's doing big numbers, so I told her I was gonna catch up. So help me out. I can't do it myself. Y'all the people that will help me out. So I'm catching up to you, baby. See you soon. Inshallah. Blood is thicker than prune juice. A bank in Israel advertised in the local paper. The ad read, "You may have a friend at Chase Manhattan, but at your bank you have Mishpucha." Jaime Warner had inherited a candy store from his father. The kids loved him and nicknamed him Hank, and he loved the kids and also the candy. He was getting on the years and sold his store, but he was bored. He decided to apply to Macy for a job as Santa Claus. His twinkling blue eyes, quick smile, and ample frame got him the job. A few days before Christmas, the children were lined up to greet the big, fat, jolly Santa Claus in the toy department. The first little boy was Patty was was Patty was Patty on the back patted on the back by Santa who boomed lustily. Ho ho ho! What a nice little boy we have here. And what is your name, Lord man? Patrick O'Connor. Wow, that's a fine name, said Santa. That's a big sack of toys. Oh, this is funny. Um, and because and because you are such a nice little boy, you may take one. The second little child, the second little child came up and Santa said, "Ho ho ho! What a pretty little girl we have here. And what is your name, little girl?" "Mary Johnson." I can see you are a good little girl. Aside from pretty one, take a present from my big sack of toys. A third little boy came next. Ho ho ho! this, this is funny. Below Santa, what is your name, little boy? Paris Rosenfield. Ho ho ho! Said Santa, and that's a fine name too. And he whispered, "Take two." Oh, I see. Okay, I'm gonna just keep going. Take two. A wealthy American Jew retired and decided to settle in Israel immediately upon his arrival in Israel. He wrote the prime minister a letter since he planned on living a simple life in the Holy Land. He wanted to present the government with a check for $3 million, practically his entire life savings. The prime minister was delighted and accepted the gift on behalf of his country. He said if there was anything he, the prime minister, could do to call on him, Mr. Dave Katz, the millionaire, did just that. He told the prime minister he had made his money in the wholesale meat business. As a matter of fact, he started out as a chicken plucker. Before he died, he would be so happy if he had held some position of dignity. Could the prime minister possibly use him in the cabinet? The prime minister told him this was too mountainous a decision to make on his own. He would have to consult with others in authority. As I expected, was Bedlam when the cassette convened at the cabinet meeting as well. His compatriots wanted to know what sort of intellectual or educational background did this man possess to equip him for so high a position. But in Israel, they're saying that there is nothing is possible. It just take a little longer. Mr. Katz was made Minister of Health and Welfare, and so today his official duties require that he be at the pier as ships leave Israel. Through a large megaphone, he shouts to the departing tourists, "Fool, get your da." Okay. large megaphone for Judahata. Yiddish for travel in the best of health. Little Brenda Orenstein came up from a friend's Christmas party. There you go. I'm gonna get me a new chair. Little Brenda Ornstein came home from a friend's Christmas party. She was excited about the tree and the bright, tinsely, twinkling ornaments. "Mama, couldn't we have a Christmas tree too?" Okay. Mama, couldn't we have a Christmas tree too? Please, mommy. Pretty, please, mommy. I'll be the best little girl. Oh, that's okay. Mommy, couldn't we have a Christmas tree too? Please, mommy. Pretty, please, mommy. I'll be the best little girl in the whole world if you say yes. This presented quite a dilemma for Miss Ornstein. In the Orthodox home in which we was brought up, a Christmas tree was equated, equated much equated much the same as the Chlora. But the little girl continued to plead. She put her off by telling her she let her know tomorrow. She went into her room and phoned the rabbi of the Orthodox synagogue, of which she was a member. She asked if she could sanction such a tree in her home. This is quite impossible. How could how could I possibly rationalize the use of such of a tree in a Jewish home? Mr. Ornstein persisted, but maybe you could make a bucha over the tree, which would be a different connotation on it. I'm sorry, but to me this would be a blasphemy act. Rabbi blasphemy for act. Dejectedly, she hung up the receiver and informed the rabbi of the conservative synagogue in the neighborhood. In favor of this rabbi, and when he refused, she suggested to him that too, perhaps we could say bucha over it to make it acceptable. I'm sorry, Mr. Ornstein, but I'm afraid that I could not possibly do as you ask. Jews do not celebrate Christmas. She decided to make one last try. She phoned the Reformed Temple and asked the rabbi if he could possibly give her permission to put a tree and suggest that he could make a bucha over it. Wow, of course you could put a Christmas tree. You have many you have my full permission to do so. Enjoy it. And then he added, on oh, by the way, Mr. Ornstein, what is a bucha? Two members of the Israeli cabinet sat talking in a coffee house in Aviv. They were conversating with each other about Israel's sad financial situation. Immigrants constantly pour in, and there is barely enough money to take care of for them. One of them said, I think I have a solution. Why don't we declare war on the United States? You know what happens? The United States always win. After the victory, she goes into the vanquished country, builds up industries, homes, roads, degrades the harbor, deregs the harbors, builds new airports, and before you know it, the former enemy is a booming country. My friend, my first thought is that you suggest is it. My friend, my first thought is that your suggestion is a brilliant one, but with all hard luck, we are liable to win. Oh man! In the early Hitler days in Munchen, a gang of the Nazis rounded up the younger boys in Paris and instructed them to stand in front of the Jewish stores to yell, Jew, Jew. Alfred Elchenberg's tailor shop was one of those picked for the act of the intimidation. The tailor was greatly distressed for, day after day, the young hoodlums stood in front of the shop. Jew, Jew, they bellowed. He didn't worry about his business falling off, for he knew his faithful customers would still find a way to patronize. But he felt humiliated. One day he devised a plan. He approached the boys and said, any day you yell Jew at me, I'll give you each 10 finning, 10 pfenning. The boys were delighted. The next day, when they returned, Elchenberg gave them each of them only 5 finning. I gotta look that up. The boys complained, but took their 5 finning, for it was an easy way to make some money. The next day, when the boys came back all set to go about their jobs, Elchenberg said, I'm sorry, boys, but my business has fallen off, so I can no longer afford you to pay you. Angrily, one of the boys shouted, first you gave us 10, then 5. He expected us to stand here and yell Jew for nothing. Well, we will get even with you. We are though, and they left. And this book is from some of the best jokes are in Jewish by Gary Bloomfield with sketches by Bob Anthony. Yeah, one of my friends from Israel gave this to me, and he told me to, hey, True, go read this. And I opened it up today, and oh, look, it says, attention. This is the back of. Oh man, it says, attention. This is the back of the book. Since this is the way Jewish literature has traditionally been printed, we figured, well, why not? Just between you and us, the words should also be printed from right to left. But the printer was going crazy enough already with just the pages being backwards. Anyway, do yourself a real big favor and us too. Please turn it over and start at the beginning. Wow, that's kind of cool, y'all. Make sure y'all go drink our water, your juice, your teas. Oh, my tea. There you go. If y'all just tapping in, make sure y'all share this video from 1 share to 1,000,000 shares, and it starts with you. Drink your teas. Peace, love, unity, community, family. I just got done reading. Some of the best jokes are Jewish, and it played me. I'm trying to read it, and it threw me off. So, but it was a fun read, though. Go ahead and check out my wife's page as well, her channel, Dion's Life on YouTube. If y'all watching me on Facebook, go to my YouTube as well, Tru Hicks. So now my book messed me up. I'm trying to go to the back of the book. Now I'm reading Prescribed Prayer Made Easy by Omar M. Kudura. Again, random page, random chapter. Let's get it. Page 44. I'm gonna go back to this. It looked like. Oh, okay. Oh wow. Okay. I think I'm gonna try my best. Ash Hado Allah La Ella La Wa Do La Shaka La Wa Ashado Ana Muhammad Muhammad Muhammadan Abdullah Washala Allah Maja Lani Menite Twabin Waj Alani Mano Mutuaran. I bear witness that there is no deity but Allah. He is alone. He has no partner. And I bear witness that Muhammad is his servant and messenger. O Allah, make me of those who are repentant and of those who purify themselves. After Athan is completed, And I do apologize. I didn't realize that this book was written in Arabic. Then the translation come follow afterwards. So um, I attempted to read Arabic for the first time. Um, so please forgive me for if I mispronounce all of the words. I was just trying it. So I do apologize if I um, mispronounced anything or came off the tongue wrong. I'm going to be trying to look for the English version for this as well. Um, yeah, this is all Arabic. I do apologize, y'all. I really do. Well, let me just. So, I'm gonna just read these two pages because it look like it's in English. The word, ab- hmm, the word abada comes from the Arabic abd, which means slave or servant. Man is born subject and servant of Allah. When he turns to Allah with humility and devotion, he performs the act of abada. Abada is a means for purifying man's physical and spiritual life. In Islam, every good deed performed to seek the pleasure of Allah is an act of worship. The, the obligatory rituals of Abadah are prayers, salah, fasting, surm, zakah, pilgrimage, hajj, and struggling in the ways of Allah, jihad. These, along with Iman, are often called the pillars of Islam. Islam is an integral whole, it covers all aspects of man. The pillars unite all human activities, spiritual and material, individual and collective. The obligatory rituals of Abadiah makes faith Iman to play a practical and effective role in human life. Abadah is therefore something positive. It is the means by which the faithful can serve Allah as well as the fallen men. The Salah, which is the subject of the book, is an essential part of the Abadah. The Prophet Saul is reported to have said, Salah is the pillar of Islam, and whosoever abandons it demolish the very pillar of religion. Sorry. Tahara. Before a person can say his prayer, he must be clean and pure. The Quran says, "Truly, Allah loves those who turn to Him and those who care for cleanliness. Cleanliness of mind, of body, and clothes is called tahara or purification. It is only such a condition of purification that a Muslim may perform the salah. Purification of the body is attained by partial or total washing with clean water. The partial wash is known as al wudu or the ablution, and the total wash is called al gusha or the washing bathe of the whole body. Al wuda. The process of performing wuda is as follows: mention the name of Allah, saying Bismillah here, saying Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Wash both hands up to the wrist 3 times, ensuring that every part, including between the fingers, is wetted by the fingers as shown. So it's shown. So it's shown when you wash your hands, the water coming down, washing. To, to the wrist. Okay. Wash both hands together 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And showing every part between the fingers is wetted by water as shown. Taking a handful of water into the mouth. Rinse the mouth 3 times as shown. Snuff water contains in the right palm of the nose. Okay, before I get there. Okay. So taking a handful of water into the mouth. Rinse the mouth 3 times as shown. 2, 3. Snuff water contained in the right palm and the nose, and then inject water with the left hand. Snuff water contained in the right palm into the nose. And then inject the water into the left hand. It's doing this. Then the next picture is doing this. I'll figure it out, inshallah. Wash the face, ear to ear, forehead to chin, 3 times as shown. So wash face to the ear, down. Wash the face to ear, forehead, chin. Wash the face, ear to ear, forehead to chin, 3 times a day. Oh, okay. So what you do is, what? That's how you wash your face. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Wash the right arm thoroughly from the wrist to the elbow. Wash the right arm thoroughly from the wrist to the elbow. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Repeat with this left hand. So 1, 2, 3. I apologize. So when you wash, you go from the wrist all the way down to the elbow, come back around. So right here, come back around. 2, 3. Run moistened palms over the head from forehead to the back of the forehead once. So from here, your forehead to the back, palms mostly over the head, from forehead to the back and back to the forehead once. So boom. Run moistened fingers between fingers through the ears, the first finger of each hand going across the inside and the corresponding area while the thumb runs across the outside once. So run moistened fingers through the ears, the first finger of each hand going across the inside of the corresponding area. So, oops, sorry, like that, okay, on the inside. While okay, so the thumbs on the thumb on the outside, like that. Okay. While the thumb run across the outside once. Washing both feet up to the ankles from the right and ensuring that all parts, in particular between the toes, are wetted, as shown in Figure 14. So basically, washing your foot. If you have performed completed, okay, washing both feet up to the ankles, starting from the right ankle, ensuring that all parts, particular between the toes, are wetted, as shown in Figure 14. If you had performed if you had performed complete wuda before putting on your socks or stockings, it is not necessary to remove them when you repeat the performance of wuda. It is enough to wipe over the stocking feet with the wet hands. This may be done in a period of 1 day and 3 days of journey on the condition that socks or stockings are never removed. If they are removed, it is necessary to rewash the feet of the wuda. The process ends at the recitation of the Kalimantas Shahada. And there's some more Arabic. Ashhadu and Allah, um, Ilaha Washhada Anna Muhammadin. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna keep on going. This is tough. I'm gonna get it though. I'm gonna get it. Trust me. Inshallah, I'm gonna get it. A fresh performance of Buddha is necessary if one breaks wind, touches genitals, or becomes sexually excited, or pays a visit to the lavatory, or falls into sleep laying down, or vomits violently, or incurs a flow of blood from an injury, or flow of impure fluid. Al Gusha, the washing or bathe. The greater purification, gush, is obligatory when one is defiled as a result of the nocturnal emissions or a wet dream, marital intercourse, childbirth, or when entering into the fold of Islam. The procedure is as follows. Begin with the name of Allah as for wudu. Wash the hands and affected parts of the body with water to remove any impurity. Perform wudu as above. Then wash the whole body 3 times. Clean water for each wash. Ta ta amimam. Dry ablution. On certain occasions, it may become either impossible. Example: when water cannot be found or just enough for drinking is available, or it is dangerous because of illness is use water for Buddha or Gush. In such situation, ta emanamum, dry ablution or Gush is performed. The procedure begin with the name of Allah, strike both palms on sand or anything contains sand. Hmm. Strike the strike the sand both again with the palm. Rub the right hand with the left palm for the wrist to the elbow, and similar for the left hand with the right palm. Finish with the Kalamanta Shahada as for Wuda. And again, this is the second book that caught me off guard, but it's okay. Praise God. Prescribed Prayer Made Easy by Omar Kudor. Now, next book, my mother-in-law got me. Shout out to my mother-in-law out there. She don't got a YouTube channel. She got a Facebook, but I'm not gonna put that out there. Random chapter, random page, and I landed on chapter 4. And this book is called Jump. Take the leap of faith to achieve your life of abundance. Steve Harvey, #1 New York Times best-selling author. Put this over. Good prune juice, good tea, good water, good people, good family. The essence of life is to communicate love. Be fearless, know that all will be provided at the right time. Chapter 4. Life is a four-letter word. Understand that when you fail, you are in the midst of a great lesson. You must put your hopes in motion, and God will bless your steps if you are taking some. Life is a series of lessons learned and failures overcome. Though you may not know exactly what your journey would be to bring you to your dream. Be open to the process and seize the opportunities God presents to you. I recently got married to Marjorie when I found out that my long-term account had died. I felt horrible and was saddened by his untimely death. When I discovered that he had not filed my taxes for 7 years, I was in shock. For 7 whole years, I hadn't paid a dime to the IRS. Excuse me. Excuse me. Even though each year I sent him a check for my taxes, he never cashed the checks or filed my returns. I saw all those checks and returns on his desk, and my heart dropped. By the time my manager and I went through all the paperwork, I learned that between non filing fees and penalties, I owed so much money I could not think straight over 8 figures. I had married Marjorie. I had 7 children and a new wife who are dependent on me. We had 4 teenagers at the time, whom we eventually wanted to put through college. I was intimidated by the tax bill, but I was mostly worried about breaking the news to Marjorie. We just said our vows, for better or for worse, for richer and for poorer. The first thing we had to face as a couple we was on the IRS, that type of money, which we didn't have. We started our marriage in a financial hole. I was worried that she wouldn't think I was able to take care of our family, or I was not the man she thought I was, or she needed me to be. I was one of the toughest convers- It was one of the toughest conversations of my life to have to tell her. I had just found the woman of my dreams. We just blended our families and moved into a new state. And we were now faced with devastating financial situations so early in our marriage. I had buddies and people on my team who said, Steve, don't tell her. It's better that she doesn't know. But I knew I could not do that. As Slick Harvey's son, I knew that I wouldn't be able to face myself as a man if I didn't come to her clean. My father set a strong example for me and my brothers about how to be a good father and husband. He never let our family down. My father always made sure that we were covered and protected. I remember distinctly when I was a little boy, probably around age 8 or so, standing there waiting for my mother to pull on her coat for a bus ride downtown. My father came in the room, said, very simply, you and your mother are going downtown. Watch out for your mother. That was the number one. That was rule number one in my father's house. Take care of your mother. Take care of your mother. So growing up, I knew that. What? So growing up, I knew that as a man, one of the most important responsibility was protect the woman in life, my mother, my sisters, and my wife. Although I couldn't imagine what Marjorie's response would be, I knew there was no way I could be anything less than completely honest with her by owning up to the problem. I just thought, if this woman leaves me over this, I would be the most surprised man on the earth. I had faith in God. I told her about the bill and what it would mean for us financially. You will have to purchase most of the hard, meaningful lessons in your life. You will have to purchase most of the hard, meaningful lessons in your life, and they will be expensive. The lessons I was about to learn was going to cost tens of millions. It doesn't mean that you will always have to pay for your lessons in cash, but trust me, you will have to pay with something valuable, time, opportunities lost, or inconvenience of some kind. It is necessary to understand that when we feel big, well, we are in the center of disaster. We are in the midst of our greatest lesson. After I sat down with Marjorie and explained that we were in a lot of trouble, she cried. It was her way of getting ready for us to go to work, get out of her to get it out of her system, and then it goes to work in addressing the issue. She stayed right by my side. When a tax advisor told me it would take at least 12 years to dig out the hole, she stayed when I stayed when I told her just how hard I would have to work and how often I would be away from home. She promised me that she would continue to be my rock. It's awful to wake up and feel that you can't take care of your family how you want to. I was not deterred. I had experienced all kinds of money issues in my life. I have been in every economic situation you've been in. I've been dirt poor. I've been homeless. I've lived check to check. At each of those challenging moments in my life, I kept my faith, and it saw me through. This new problem would be no different. I got my plan together to pay off debt. I have always been committed to strong work ethic. I was no stranger to hard work. I come from a family of hard workers. My father gave me a work ethic. I watched him work hard every day. He worked first as a coal miner because that's the type of work he could get in rural West Virginia. Then he started working in construction and eventually became a foreman. I was cut from the same cloth. The only time ever still is when I'm on a vacation and need to recharge my batteries. God can bless your steps if you take in some. He cannot bless your steps if you are not taking any. That is the only time I am intentionally not productive. When I go to bed at night, I recharge my batteries, but I'm right back at it the next day. I believe if I take one step, God would take two. So why would I not keep stepping? Mm. If I'm doing one and he's doing two, I'm going to get along a lot faster than not taking any steps. But often people would put all the pressure on God. I don't know why God isn't blessing me. They would say, yeah, they haven't given God anything to bless. God God can bless your God can bless your steps and bless your steps if you are taking some. He cannot bless your steps if you are not taking any. Oh Lord, I can't find a job. You pray and lament, yet you haven't left the house. I believe in putting my hope in motion. You got to give God something to work with. Aside from being away from my family, I did not feel any way about taking the extra work. I was willing to take on any and every job available. I worked every Friday and every Saturday. I was on the road more than I was home. Marjorie held it down when I was out there hustling. In my absence, leaving Marjorie alone with our children, I essentially made her a single parent at times. I was confident in the I was confident in her dedication to me. Do, 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 do. Mm. I was confident. Okay, I was confident in her dedication to me, and I never felt alone when I was on the road. I knew that if she could stand with me, though owning all this money, she stand with me through anything. To pay down the tax bill, I basically lived at the airport during the first few years of our marriage as I traveled from city to city, making appearances and hosting gigs. My goal was to pay off the bill in less than 12 years, and I jumped on it. I could not wait to get on the other side of the tax bill. To be honest, I was fearful about the tax debt. I knew there was people who had gone to jail for not filing taxes. I went back to the hustle and grind mentality, inch by inch. Everything's a crunch. Inch by inch, everything's a cinch. I knew that I had no singular resource that could get me out of this much tax debt. There was no one job, no gig that would get me out of it. I tried the shotgun approach. I started signing an accumulation of contracts for everything presented to me: book deals, game show deals. whatever it was. But most important resource was that I was a stand-up comedian and could sell out at arena anywhere in the country. I took every single gig available to me. I worked myself raggedy rag. If the gig couldn't pay me asking price, I found out what was the best the venue could do, and I did it. For that, I was flexible because we can't give you 150,000. Would you take 120,000? Yes, I will. Would you take 90,000 this week? Yes, I will. Would you do Friday here for 80,000 and then go there for 75,000 on Saturday? Yes, I will. I kept stacking and packing, doing gigs, speaking engagement, appearances. I didn't care what it was. I took everything to the point where Marjorie said, "You have to go. You have got to slow down." I couldn't slow down because I couldn't see anything but the tax payment. I stayed tight. It was nerve wracking period. In my home office, I had a big window that faced toward the front of my house. I could see that the gate where people enter in a clear view. Every time the gate opened or the bell rang, I was sure it was somebody from the sheriff's department coming to put me in jail. I lived a nightmare of concern and worry. Did I miss the payment? Did they change their mind about our agreement? Did somebody at the IRS office get our payment arrangement mixed up? And are they coming to pick stickers on the door? I knew so many friends who had their cars confiscated, boats chained up by the government. I just worried all the time. It was like being a tightrope going over the Niagara Falls with no net, no harness, no pole. And a gust of wind could have just blown me over. It was also crippling my lifestyle. Everything I did, I had to have the payments in mind. If I bought a pair of boots, if Margie shot, if we tried to get away for a minute for a trip, it was all determined by whether or not I had made the payments for the month. I was told very clearly that I could not miss one single payment. Okay. Just looking for a pen. That's okay. Um, I could do that. And that was from Steve Harvey. Jump, take the leap of faith to achieve your life of abundance. You already know that's on Amazon. But shout out to my mother-in-law that blessed me with this book. I think it was for my birthday. It was for my birthday, I think. Getting gifts is an amazing thing, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. The gifts I've been given, no, getting I rather, man, it's a blessing to be thought of in this way. People pouring into me on day in, night out, and I just want to say thank y'all for who you are. You don't have to support me, but you are supporting me. So for the ones that know that you supported me, thank you. The ones that gave me anything, thank you. But the thing is, y'all, giving is better than giving. I mean, giving is better than getting, y'all. Everything that I've been getting, I'm blessed. I'm grateful. I'm truly am. And the thing is, though, I'd rather give. More I get is more I give away. So all praises to Allah. Um, Usually I don't want to go over an hour or 45 minutes, but I did yesterday. So I'm going to just read something out of the Quran today. Random chapter, random page. This is the Holy Quran with the English translation and commentary, the Malani Muhammad Ali version. Boom. Section a lot of section fours today, I guess. Section 4. This is chapter 23, the believers. Section 4, higher values of life. Shout out to Core. I guess I could shout them out now. Shout out to Core. For that unlimited supply of good water. We do appreciate you. Thank you for tapping in to Tru Hicks Academy. Again, if I got any books, anything y'all want me to read, any suggestions, please feel free to hit me up in my inbox, my DMs, my comments. Make sure y'all share this video. This video go from 1 share to 1,000,000 shares, and it starts with you. And all praises to Allah. Let's get into the section after I sip my tea. One second, y'all. Gotta check this too. Okay. Right there. Section 4. Higher values of life. O ye messengers, eat of the good things and do good. Surely I am the knower of what you do. And surely this your community is one community. I am your Lord. So keep your duty to me. But they became divided into the sects, each party rejoicing in that which was with them. So leave them in their ignorance till a time. Think they that by the wealth and children wherewith we aid them, we are hastening to them of good things. Nay, they perceive not. Surely they who live in awe for fear of the Lord. And those who believe in the messages of the Lord, and those who associate not with the Lord, and those who give what they give, while their hearts are full of fear, full of fear that to their Lord they must return. These hasten to good things, and they are foremost in attaining them. And we lay not on my soul a burden except to the extent of the ability, and with us is a book which speak the truth, and they are not wronged. Nay, the hearts are in the ignorance about it, and they have besides this other deeds which they do, until when we seize those who lead easily, lives among them with chastisement. Lo, the cry for the sorcerer. Cry not for, or I said, so sorcerer. They cry for the succor. Cry not for the succor this day. Surely you will not be helped by us. My messages were indeed recited to you, but you used to turn back on your heels, haughtily, passing nights and talking nonsense about it. Do they not then ponder the word? Or has there come to them that which did not come to their fathers of old? Or do they recognize their messenger, that they deny him? Or say they, there is a madness in him? Nay, he has brought them the truth, and most of them hate the truth. Mhm. And if the truth followed their desires, the heavens and the earth and all those who are therein would perish. Nay, we have brought them their reminder, but they turn away from the reminder. Or doest thou ask them a recompense? But the recompense of thy Lord is best, and he is the best of providers. And surely thou callest them to a right way, And surely those who believe not in the hereafter are deviating from the way. And if we show mercy to them and remove the distress they have, they will persist in their inordinances, blindly wandering on. And already we seized them with chastisement, but they were not submissive to their Lord, nor did they humble themselves. And when we opened for them a door of severe chastisement, lo, they are in despair at it. Section 5. Polytheism is self-condemned, and it is who made for you the ears and the eyes and the hearts. Little is that you give thanks, and he is who multiplied you in the earth. To him you will be gathered, and he is who gives life and causes death, and he is the alternate alteration of the night and day. Do you not then understand? Nay, they say the like of what the ancients said. They say, when we die and become dust and bones, shall we then raise up? We are indeed promised this, and so were our fathers before. This is not but stories of those of old. Say, who is the earth and whoever is therein? If you know, they will say, Allah. Say, will you not then mind? Say, who is the Lord of the seven heavens and the Lord of the mighty throne of power? They will say, this is Allah. Say, will you not then guard against evil? Say, who is in it? Whose hand is the kingdom of all things? And he protects, and none is protected against him. If you know, they would say, this is Allah's. Say, whence you are then deceived. Nay, we have brought them the truth, and surely there are liars. Allah has not taken to himself a son, nor is there with him any other God. In that case, would each God have taken away what he created, and some of them would have overpowered others. Glory be to Allah above what they described, the knower of the unseen and the seen. So may he be exalted above what they associate with him. So that was a reading from the Holy Quran with the English translation and commentary, the Maulana Muhammad Ali version. Go ahead and out there and subscribe to my wife's channel. She's crushing it, y'all. Dion's Life. That is DIONNE apostrophe S Life on YouTube. Make sure y'all share this video. This video going from 1 shares to 1,000,000 shares, and you already know it start with you. So we pray right now for peace, love, unity, community, and family. May Allah find favor upon myself, find favor upon my family. May He find favor upon the winners. Let's go out today and be positive. Have a clear mind of what we want to do. Remember, drink your water, your teas, your juice. And I'm not talking about no store-bought juice either, y'all. So until next time, y'all know what it is. Peace, 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 peace.